I have nothing against Bitcoin, and this goes for every form of investment, but Bitcoin is arguably worse because it's so volatile. Why you shouldn't buy Bitcoin. Buying Bitcoin is the same as going out tomorrow and skating in the 1,000 meter ice skating sprint at the Winter Olympics. If you are one of the 10 people in the world who can skate that race competitively, then it's pretty cool you are watching. However, for the rest of us, can you skate 1,000 meters in less than 1 minute and 30 seconds right now? Have you been training for it for the past 10 years, dedicating your life to it, understanding it inside out? Now, this is a weird Olympic event to pick. However, it's the event Australia's greatest Olympian won. You see, in 2002, Stephen Bradbury was coming well last into the final turn of this event in the Olympic final. Then, all other competitors fell over on top of each other, which created one of Australia's greatest victories, given we are not very competitive in Winter Olympic events due to our lack of snow or ice. This was extra special. The way in which he won has become a saying, that is, pulling a Stephen Bradbury, or pulling a Bradbury for short. How many people who have been successful at Bitcoin were simply pulling a Stephen Bradbury? Because if you're buying Bitcoin right now because you think it's a great investment, it's the same thing. Maybe not as extreme because anyone can buy Bitcoin. So the reason why you shouldn't buy Bitcoin is that you probably don't understand it, and if you sort of understand it, do you really understand it at an expert level? That is, you are competing against experts who know more about it, and it's a very complex topic. For most people, buying Bitcoin is exactly the same as gambling. Can you win a lot of money at gambling? Sure. Is it fun to gamble? Sure. But realistically, if you're going to gamble, you need to be prepared to lose that money, because you really have no control over the outcome. You have control over when you buy Bitcoin. You also have control over whether you hit or stand in blackjack. However, you have no control over what's going to happen after that. Property or stocks or ETFs at least have some level of proven track record you can go by. They are much easier to figure out and make consistent returns. Can stocks or property get wiped out? Sure, but it's quite unlikely, because there is a solid structure behind them. Ask yourself, are you truly an expert on Bitcoin? Because I think the majority of people would have to say no. Therefore, I think it's way too risky. Personally, I find Bitcoin interesting, but any time spent on that would be better spent on improving your career. Time and energy invested into your career will provide rewards well into the rest of your working life. Down the line, Bitcoin might take off and you might have made a decent return, but even at this stage, the amount to buy in is so high that you are unlikely to make astronomical returns. Could you? Sure, but you could also find yourself in last place of an Olympic final and have everyone else fall over and you win. And by the way, that didn't just happen for Stephen Bradbury in the final, it happened in the semi-final too. The likelihood of Bitcoin going up astronomically is completely up in the air. If you're honestly not an expert in Bitcoin, then you should know trying to become wealthy in it is aiming to be a Stephen Bradbury. Again, you know whether you're an expert and you probably know whether you shouldn't be doing this. But seeing the amazing returns is just so tempting. I get it, and so is winning a jackpot in a casino. Realistically, they're both about the same. However, the difference is that people think that they understand Bitcoin even when they know that they don't. They know they're going to lose in a casino eventually, but they think they might win, so they play with money that they can just lose. However, with Bitcoin, they see the astronomical returns that some people had at one point and then think, well, this is going to happen for me. And then they overinvest and put themselves in danger. So stick to stuff you can understand and be a Michael Jordan instead of a Stephen Bradbury. No offense to Stephen Bradbury, he seems like a really cool guy who understands what happened.
I had no goals of coming here and winning a medal. I had goals of coming here and skating my best so I could walk away satisfied.
In fact, the biggest difference between Stephen Bradbury and most people who have made it big on Bitcoin so far is that Stephen Bradbury is at least aware of how lucky he was and doesn't try to sell you on why you should try to live like he did. He understands that he got lucky, and while you might get lucky, realistically, you probably won't. So stick to what you know and invest in yourself and your career, and it will have more guaranteed returns. Again, Bitcoin could go to the price of $1 million per coin, but I would still be right. I hope this adds value to you. Let me know what you think in the comments, and good luck with everything. And if you do buy Bitcoin, I hope it goes up for you, even if it makes me look like a fool.